Hello again. This is the second lecture in a series of lectures concerning an introduction to microprocessor and microcomputer. In this lecture, the definition and functions of microcomputer units will be explained. The main memory. The main memory is a semiconductor device. It can be either random access memory or read-only memory. It may be considered as a series of locations. Each locations contain a number in binary, usually 8 bits, and this can be accessed through a binary address, which is the address of that location. The information which are stored in memory locations are either instructions, that is program, or data which are required by program or resulted from the program. The input-output unit. The input-output unit consists of a number of gates or ports through which data may be acquired from outside world through input ports, or data may be sent to the outside world through output port. Each port has a binary address. The CPU can receive or send data from or to the outside world through these ports. The central processing unit, CPU. It is a semiconductor device consists of one or more integrated circuits, and it is the controlling unit in a microcomputer, and it is referred to as a microprocessor. Each CPU has a defined number of data bus lines, address bus lines, control bus lines, and a defined instruction set. It consists of a small memory, registers, and arithmetic units, and finally a control circuit. The central processing unit main function is to execute the instructions stored in main memory one by one sequentially. The instruction set may include move, branch, arithmetic, and logic and control instructions. The CPU can read, receive, or write, i.e. send data through data bus from or to either main memory or input-output unit. By accessing the memory location or I/O port through an address bus and sending the appropriate control signal through the control bus. The buses connected. The CPU is connected to the main memory and I/O units through three types of buses. The address bus. It consists of a number of wires which carry the address signal from the CPU to both main memory and I/O. To define either a memory location or I/O port. The number of address lines defines the size of the main memory, which can be accessed by the CPU. The size of the main memory is given by 2 to power a, where I is the number of address lines, i.e. the number of locations increases exponentially as the number of address lines. The data bus. It consists of a number of wires which carry the data signals from CPU and or between the CPU and both memory and I/O. This bus is bidirectional bus. The number of data lines defines the processing speed of that CPU. The control bus, it consists of a number of wires which carry control signals from CPU to both memory and I/O units. Thank you for listening. See you in the next lecture.